This right here is a coffee from Brandywine. It's called Demogorgon. And obviously, if you love Stranger Things like I do, I saw this and immediately I knew I had to make a Stranger Things inspired reel. I'm gonna show you what I created, then I'm gonna break it down, so maybe if you have a similar idea for something else, it might help you just kind of figure out how to do that. So without further ado, let's play that reel. So obviously it's not perfect, but I think it really captures the theme of Stranger Things. We have a key element, which is the light flicking, some Demogorgon sounds in the background. One of my favorite things about this coffee is the tasting notes. New Coke, Eggos, and cherry pie filling. Elle would be proud. To do this video, I literally used just this small table in this corner. But you just need a couple of small things to really sell it. I'm just gonna quickly walk you through some of the props that I use for this, which you probably have lying around your house. And it's not so much that you can copy this, but it's so you can start thinking like this to create something that maybe you want to create. That's not Stranger Things, but it could be something else. Anyway, we're doing Stranger Things, so obviously I had some tapes here, some Sony tapes from camcorders and stuff like that. Definitely goes with the vibe of the show. Threw those on here. Talk Boy. There isn't actually a Talk Boy in the show, but it suits the vibe. And come on, anytime you can throw this Talk Boy in a video, you do it. Threw a couple of old school picture frames in here. Bonus points if you actually have pictures in them. I knew they weren't gonna be the focus of my video, so I didn't bother it. I'm not trying to shoot a new movie here. I'm just trying to make a short video that the viewer gets, using key elements from the show to quickly get across your point. The main sell of this video is the flickering light. That's the biggest giveaway that it's a Stranger Things. That's what really sells this whole thing. While you might think you can just turn on and off the light, that would be a good way to do it. But sometimes you need the light to flash a little bit faster. This is the Aputure MC, and I highly recommend if you make content on the internet, this is the one for you. It has built-in effects, and then I use faulty bulb and lightning. Lightning worked better for this application because it's a little more sporadic and fast. All I did was just take this light, throw that up there, and boom, you've got your strobing effect. From here, you've basically got a table in a corner and not really selling much. But the moment you move into something more towards like a 50, then you get this shot. You're starting to get the idea. You don't need a whole set, you just need a piece of one to get your idea across. After you've done your main establishing shot like this one, then you can move into the details. The details are going to add more to your story and create the illusion that you're actually in that environment. Showing the light bulb itself, and I did that by cropping out the top so you couldn't see the Aputure bulb, and then moving up and down of the base of the lamp itself. So then we get to our main shot. And here, all I wanted to do was have the Demogorgon appear just like it would in the show. And this is a really easy effect. I put the bag down, took away the bag, and then played the clip in reverse. So you get this. Then we just do a quick close-up of the bag and we call it a day. Not really. Now for the sound effects. Arguably the most important part of this whole thing. Because without sound effects, you basically have nothing. What I mean by that is take a listen to this video without the sound effects. Everything is gone. There's no, like the sound is going to make up over 50% of your experience of watching a video. So a couple of things you're going to need for this particular one is definitely going to be the light bulbs flicking on and off, that electricity sound. I just went to my sound supplier, which I use, which is Epidemic Sound. Anything that has sound effects will do. I just typed in faulty bulb or light bulb and chose a couple of different ones and literally just stacked the crap out of them in the timeline.
The next thing I did is I went onto YouTube and just Googled Demogorgon sounds and found a couple of different ones that worked. Went to YouTube to MP3 convert, used that, and then threw that into the timeline as well. So now you've got like the Demogorgon sounds, you've got the light switch, but there's one key element missing, which is the music. Now, Stranger Things is all about that 80s synth vibe, so you've got to have something that really brings the whole thing home. So I went on to Epidemic Sound, went through and did a search for sci-fi. I actually just wrote Stranger Things into the timeline and it came up with an album, and just grabbed a couple of tracks that I thought would work. But I didn't want the whole thing to be kind of like scary. I wanted it to go from like the more tense situation straight into the heroes kind of coming in when you see the bag with all the kids on it. So when you put everything together, you get this full experience and this full fun video. And I really hope that you got at least one takeaway from this that's gonna help you in your future videos or even your storytelling in general. So thank you for watching, and if you liked it, please consider giving this video a thumbs up. And if you like me, consider subscribing to the channel. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Peace. It didn't cover it.